Okay, hello my lovelies. I don't know if you can tell, but I've definitely lost a little bit of weight here lately, just from kind of like changing the way I eat and stuff like that. Just not a lot. I mean, nothing like mind-blowing, but definitely a little bit. I can tell through here. So anyway, I'm getting ready for my mother-in-law, her birthday party sort of thing, get together. And we're going to take her out to eat. Yeah, sort of ordeal. And I thought I'd do something with my face. Y'all know I don't wear a lot of makeup. I just don't. And I just thought, why not? Let's do something with my face. Put a little bit of effort into it. Actually do something. I have some glare from my window over here. So just ignore me. And Eli is home because it's a Sunday. So of course he is going to be extra noisy. He's gonna put on a show, guys, just for you, because you deserve a show today. So I don't know. I need to buy some new makeup. Some of my makeups are drying up because some of them are super old. And some of them I just don't use because I just don't put on a whole lot of makeup. I already said that, so no reason to keep repeating it. But yeah, anybody else like me, when they have a situation, they just immediately assume the worst case scenario? Because I used to be horrible at that. And I still am. I still kind of assume the worst case scenario. I just don't go into immediate panic mode the way I used to. I kind of try to work through it now. Used to, my reaction used to be just like immediate panic because that's what I was raised around. Just anytime anything went bad, everybody panicked and just dramatized everything. I mean, I love my mother to death. I do. I really do. But even to this day, to hear her tell stories of the past, she just dramatizes it to like the nth degree, like to the point where she almost upsets herself again, all over again. And it's like, honey, that was like 20 years ago. You know, you're still getting emotional about stories that happened 20, 30 years ago. Like, the emotional trauma is still there. And she does not see that as, you know, a trauma response. I don't know. It's just the way I was raised my whole life. Like, everything was overblown, overdone, over-traumatized. And for the longest time, up until like my early 30s, that's how I responded to everything. Everything was just like, oh my God, it's just the worst case scenario. What are we going to do? And now that I'm heading towards 40, I'm like, fuck it. I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, now I have appropriate responses for if it is really serious, you know. But even still, I've learned to kind of gauge my reaction because, oh my Lord, it's just so tiring over responding to everything that happens. It's just like a trauma response for her. Everything. It could be the lightest thing, you know, and it's like a severe trauma response. And I'm just like, is this just like a boomer thing? Or is this just like a her thing? Or is this just like something that happens in my family? I mean, anybody else experience this? Because I just don't even know. I don't know. It doesn't feel normal. Back when I was a kid, oh my gosh, like, yeah, it felt, I kind of like, it was fun sometimes until it started becoming not fun. Until it started becoming annoying. And it was like, okay, cut it out. Even as a kid, I would get annoyed with it sometimes. I'd be like, is it really that serious? And could be something so simple, like, I don't know, we were late for the bus, or something that she went to the store for wasn't there. It was like trauma response, immediate trauma response. She would get so upset and she would just fly off the hook. And the family would go with it. She'd start calling family and stuff. And they were like, oh my gosh. Now, I need to point out that my mother, when she was really, really, really young, she contracted polio. And she wore a leg brace. Even to this day, excuse me, I have hiccups. And so people kind of babied her. So her trauma responses were met with, oh my gosh, somebody's got to go over there and help her. She's in a crisis. And it'd be something as simple as there wasn't any milk at the store. I mean, not exactly what I call a trauma event, you know. And for the longest time, that leached into my life. Everything was turned into a traumatic event. And I'll admit, I know that it was probably tired putting up with me. People probably got just downright exhausted. I couldn't see it because that's how I was raised. That everything was supposed to be met with panic and distraught and just complete chaos. And that became a way of life. And I know that I blew things out of proportion when I was younger, especially in my 20s. Oh my gosh, I thrived on drama. And now I'm like, no more. I don't want that in my kids' lives. They've witnessed enough with my ex. They don't need all that for me. Like everything be turned into something traumatic. Like world-ending trauma. It's just not that deep sometimes. I don't know, anybody else experience that living with boomers? I know there's a lot of people out there who still have boomers in their life, you know. I know I'm not the only one. I know they're getting up there in age and some of them are starting to pass and stuff. My dad did, but there's a lot of them still alive. So it can't just be me. It can't just be me who's had to deal with this sort of just constant, you know, trauma response. Even, okay, full disclosure, even with her brace, her leg brace that she wears, she has a leg brace on her left leg. It goes from hip to foot. It's broken. It's broken. It's broken. It can't be repaired. She needs to have one rebuilt. She needs a new brace. Not a rebuilt, just completely built. She needs a brand new brace, like brand new from the manufacturer. And there are good places, Hanger being one of them. If you have prosthetics out there, you probably know who I'm talking about. Hanger is a really famous place, you know, you can go to and get prosthetics, braces, all kinds of stuff. I mean, pretty much all of those needs met by Hanger. They're known around the U.S. for their work in that area. Prosthetics, braces, all the good stuff. We have one probably a little over an hour away. And I know, she doesn't drive, I get it. I said I could find a babysitter for my youngest. The older two can take a couple days out of school. It's excused. They're not going to miss much. I can pick up their work. I will pay for the hotel. I will pay for the gas. I will pay for the food. And I will take her to this place that is about an hour away. And we can stay there as long as she needs until they can get her measured and get her set for a brace. Probably about 2 days. 2 days tops. Her brace has been broken for as long as my youngest has been alive. 6 years. You gotta understand, she relies on this brace to hold her up. Everything is being affected because she does not have a proper brace. Anybody who's worn a leg brace knows that a proper I can't talk. Hold on, let me try that again. A proper leg brace is key. Especially when it does as much work as this brace does. It holds her up pretty much all along her left side. So she doesn't just fall on the floor. And she's also, okay, let me add, she's got osteoporosis. She's broken an arm before, her wrist. So of course, her falling is a huge concern. I'm always concerned, oh gosh, what if this is the day that she falls? What if today's the day? What if tomorrow's the day? What if any day could be the day that she falls and finally breaks a hip or something? And like I said, I have begged her to please go and get her brace repaired. I will pay for all the expenses, the gas, the food, sorry, that's Eli, the hotel room, everything for her to get this brace repaired. I just want to see her in a brand new brace. So that, and a brace will last years. I mean, it's not like she's going to have to get one every few months. It'll last years. This one's lasted like 20-something years. And she's just like, no, I don't want to go get a new brace. And I've talked to her about the dangers. The doctor has talked to her. Everybody's talked to her about the dangers of one day it's going to be the day. And she's going to fall. The brace is going to end up breaking completely through and through. And she's going to fall. And she's going to be really, really in trouble. Will she listen? No. Do I get frustrated? Yes. Is there anything I can do about it? No. She can't even be Baker acted. They don't have the Baker Act in the state. So she can't even be Baker acted. Her doctor is just complacent. He's just like, whatever. DHR is complacent. They're just like, whatever. Everybody is just complacent. My sister is just complacent. She's just like, whatever. Meanwhile, I'm over here panicking because I'm like, please, get your brace fixed. I just want to see you safe and in a good brace to where, you're safe and in a good brace. And because it's something I want, it's like she's more determined to not do it. She's just like, no. You want me in a nice brace and a safe brace? No, I don't think so. I mean, I've even tried reverse psychology and just been like, I don't care if you get a brace. Do what you want, And still, she's just like, okay, whatever. I'm like, does she want to fall? And I don't know. It worries me to no end. But there's not a whole heck of a lot I could do to make her get this brace. Because she's a grown woman. And as she's told me several times, I'll do what I want. You can't tell me what to do. And she's right. I can't tell her what to do. She's a grown woman. I can't tell her what to do. I can worry about her. I can hope for her safety. And that's about it. That's all I can do. I can try to help her when I can. But I can't physically walk around holding this woman up so that her brace doesn't fall. And, break on her or cause her to fall. I have a child with special needs. Besides, who wants to do that? Just because somebody's too, prideful to go to the doctor? Go to a brace place? I understand she's had some, not so good interactions in the past. But she keeps going to these shady people, these private practices, who probably have no business doing what they're doing. I did not mean for that to be so dark. And I keep trying to get her to go to a reputable place like Hanger. And it's like, no, I'll go to any place but a licensed, practice, because then it'll be over. Once she gets the brace, that's it. No reason to worry, no more reason to fear. It's over. She'll have a new brace, everything will be fine, and we can just continue on with our normal lives. But it's like she can't have that. It's like, no, I can't have that. Like, also there's some other stuff she's done that I'm not been talking about, but let's just say she's very shady. And I love her to death. She has her good points. But these are not it at all. And I don't understand it, other than attention seeking. Because she thinks that if she gets her brace fixed, that's it. No more attention. And I'm like, we can do stuff. I'll invite you out more places. I can't invite her hardly anywhere because what if she falls? What if she falls somewhere and tries to sue that place? What if something happens and we can't get her out? What if, all these worries, and she's offering no solutions. So I'm like, what do I do? All I know to do is keep hoping that nothing bad happens to her. Try to help her when I can. Try to encourage her to get her brace fixed. Or not fixed. That would imply that they could do something with the brace she has. Get a new brace built. And fix some other stuff that needs to be fixed. That's all I know to do, because like I said, she's an adult and I can't force her. So, and DHR's not willing to do anything. So what am I supposed to do? I don't know. If y'all have any tips, let me know. Because I am seriously just at my wit's end. I don't know what to do. I've tried everything. And I just keep coming up to roadblocks and dead ends. So I'm literally at my wit's end because I don't know what to do for her. And all I want for her to do is get her brace fixed. Get a brand new brace. I keep saying get her brace fixed. I guess because that's what she wanted to do in the very beginning. That's why I kept hearing for years, I've got to get my brace fixed. I got to get my brace fixed. And now it's beyond repair. What I mean to say, actually, is that I want her to get a brand new brace. And that's all I really want. And that would make me feel a whole lot better if I knew she was in a brand new brace and she was safe. But if you have any tips, but like I said, the Baker Act does not exist in our state, so don't suggest the Baker Act. And I have called DHR. It didn't do any good. But if you have any suggestions, please let me know. That's my little rant for today. I'll do something with the finished look later. But for now, I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, this is the finished look. It's not anything special, but I like it. Kind of dressed up for me. We got our necklaces. If you're curious to what these mean, ask me and I'll tell you. So yeah, we are ready to go. And like I said, this is the most dressed up I've been in a while.
The brace I was talking about, by the way.
It is cool here, weather-wise. So yeah, but all right, I will see you all later, and I might post some pics on Instagram. Bye.